Oh my God. Hi.
Yeah.
How are
Oh,
you?
I'm good. How are you? Can you hear
I
me?
fine. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Perfectly. That
Yay.
is amazing. Listen, so
Yes.
for those of you who don't know, this is my best friend, April Nicole Design. And we have been trying to do video. We've been trying to do a video podcast since season one. I mean, we could just never figure it out. But I'm so happy. Look
Yay.
at us.
You figured it out.
Okay, that's first. That's what it was. I put my good ponytail on for you, sis.
Okay. All right. Do a little shake for me. It's curly. Okay.
I can't say too much because I mean I didn't secure it because we just do
Okay.
like I ain't going out taking my dreads. So, but yeah, my ponytail on because the last episode I didn't have my ponytail on.
Oh, it's okay. You was cute anyways. I'm
It's cute.
sure.
Thank you, best friend. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
So y'all already know Beauty is a Beast, the podcast. We're here. I'm only doing this intro because this is like my best friend's here and I'm so excited. Like I love talking to her because we can always be so transparent. We're so transparent, we're so open, we're so vulnerable about everything.
Yeah.
And y'all, just and look, you got the Parisian stuff in the background.
Yes, and I wore my special glasses for you
Yes,
all today. Yes,
love that.
colorful background, your colorful background. I mean, it's us.
Of course. I mean, duh. I
Right.
love it. I love it. So I was kind of trying to prepare the people. I've been kind of preparing them as the episodes have been going on, what we're going to get to. And I'm going to talk about that in the next episode. So will you stay for the next episode? Because this episode is important just between me and you as sisters. And I kind of prepared you for it.
Yes.
So as my sister, and everything I've been through, like with my trauma, everything I've been through with my healing journey, everything that I've been through. I don't think there's nothing you don't know.
I mean,
Yeah, there's
there's
nothing you don't know.
still a little mystery. It's okay.
As far as like my healing journey goes, like I'm
Yes.
very
Yes.
transparent about, where I've been, and especially with relationships.
Yes.
Yes. And
Yes.
you are in a relationship.
Yes.
Yes. And I haven't always been very pro relationship with you. And I've had to catch myself. Like, usually it's after we hang up the phone. They call you that, like, I apologize for what I
Yes.
said, or like, I'm
But you
sorry. Like, I'm sorry that I was just a little too rough with that. Like, because everything that I've gone through, I realized really affected the way I viewed relationships. And so I didn't know that I was bleeding that out on you. And I was even bleeding that out when I was putting out content on TikTok. I was bleeding that out on my followers as well. And even though like some of them were, agreeing with me, but I also feel like, I don't want to bleed out. Like if I'm gonna talk about something, I want it to come from a healed place. And I still stand behind everything I said. Like I'm single till somebody proves that it's more beneficial to not be. But as my best friend and someone that knows where I was at in my healing journey, how were you able to navigate? Number one, I apologize for like bleeding my trauma and my viewpoint onto you, and like, because y'all, I talked about it in, I think it was the very first full episode, and I was like cussing about men and going off, and my best friend was like, yeah, yeah. And then her boyfriend just like showed up out of nowhere and just kissed her on the cheek. And I was like, oh. It was like, you go, like, and it was in that moment that I realized, like, she's sitting here just letting you just spew all of your unhealed just emotions, and she over there just sitting in a whole healed version of herself, allowing herself to be loved. No, because you've been through some stuff too that you've had to heal from, but you've allowed yourself to be loved. You've allowed yourself to look at it from a different perspective. So, and you welcomed love. So how has it been? How were you able to navigate your best friend going through that while also trying to keep your healed perspective?
Well, first off, that's very big and bold of you to apologize to me about bleeding. I really do appreciate that. And you didn't even have to apologize, because that's what I'm here for. That's why I'm in your life, for you to vent. I would rather for you to express your feelings outwardly than to hold them in and implode. That's not healthy for anybody. You and I both have had experiences. Yes, they're different, but kind of similar in the same way. And I have to give you that respect. You're entitled to your own feelings. Like, I can't dictate that for you. I can't tell you whether you're right or you're wrong. That's for you. This is your journey, even though you're sharing it with me and all your other besties. But I need to allow you to feel the way you feel, as well as you have allowed me to feel the way that I feel. For one, I don't take it personal, when you had your rants and stuff, and I'm like, oh man, it is what it is. That didn't hurt my feelings. It sucks because here my best friend over here is hurting, and I'm over here trying to learn a new way of love that I've never felt before. I've never been in a healthy relationship as this one. I thought I was, but no, it wasn't it.
Right.
So I'm learning too, on my side of being in a healthy relationship, as well as helping you through your journey. Because in all reality, I mean, the single life, y'all out here popping. Like, y'all can do whatever you want to do, go wherever you want. You ain't got to answer to nobody. I mean, y'all are cool. I don't know why people are hating on the single life, because that's
Right.
where it's at. It's more peaceful.
It is. It really, really is peaceful. Like, I think that people are afraid of being content in a single life and then not getting what most of them really desire, is a relationship. They're afraid of, okay, if I accept that I'm single, then God is gonna be like, oh yeah, she good with it. I'm just gonna, okay, next person in line, you get a husband. Like, no, that ain't how it goes. But
You get a husband.
oh, you content with being single? All right, you stay single. You get a husband, and that's just not, that ain't how it is. Like,
Yeah.
living or being content, which that was actually the word from the episode before this one, was we were talking about contentment. And being content is just about not allowing what you don't have to dictate whether or not you're going to be happy, whether or not you're going to live a full life. Like,
Right.
just because you don't have that relationship, just because you don't have the financial status you want, just because you don't have whatever it is, like your
Right.
dream job, whatever, that doesn't mean that you can't live a full and healthy life. And,
Right.
it's easier for people to accept that in regards to like a dream job or regards to um money. I think it's easier for them to accept it in that, but it's so hard for them to accept the fact that I can really be single and out here living my life and happy, and
Right.
it's not to another person. I think that's when God is like, okay, you're not gonna put another person before me. Bet that's when I really want to bless you with a husband or bless you with somebody, because I know that you're not gonna worship that. I know that you're still
Yes.
gonna realize that you have to do self work. That's
Yes.
really what singleness is. And I think, if I'm honest, the ones of us that have been single, we probably just needed a little more self work, and the Lord knew it.
Agree with that. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's me. That's the perspective that I have for me. Like, I can't speak for everybody else, but for me, I know I needed a lot of more. So I just the trauma. Like, I don't even want to keep being like, oh, I'm traumatized. I'm traumatized. Like, I'm just, I'm not trying to, play victim, but I
Right.
do feel like I had a lot of self work to do. And if I would have been married, like I thought I wanted to be, married with 2 kids, 25, I would have been
Mhm.
divorced. Probably divorced with 3 kids about 20. Like, that just wasn't the game.
You
I
and
know
I
the
both.
So I definitely wanted to come and, number one, apologize for bleeding on you, and thank you for being patient with me as I navigated that. And I'm working on making sure that I see things through a healthy perspective. So yeah,
Awesome. Look at you growing.
I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to grow. You know, I I'm trying.
Yes. I
I'm
see
Okay, so next episode, y'all gotta stay tuned because it's about to get real good. We're about to get real deep. We're about to get real vulnerable. Do not be surprised if I cry, because I started to tear up when you started saying that, like when you were saying, I just have to be here for you because I know here I am, and here my best friend is, and she's hurting, and I was like, gosh, she know I was hurting. Like, I mean, I know that you know, but it's like,
Yes.
I was hurting. I was hurting.
Yeah.
But I literally started tearing up. So I already know next episode, do not be shocked if I'm crying.
Hey, get your tissue box ready then.
Get your tissue box ready, and we're going to see y'all on the next one.